Hey guys, so I am doing my video on Claude Monet's Impression Sunrise on page 378 in our textbook. Now this is an oil on canvas painting, and I find it really interesting because I think it's a good example of a lot of the art measurements, so to speak, that we learned in the chapters this week. Um, so, as far as lines go, there are a lot of lines in the water, and this kind of gives the idea of movement. And then there are also lines in the sky, but rather than movement, these are more parallel brush strokes that really blend together. And this kind of gives you the impression of a hazy dawn, early morning sky, which makes sense because the painting is about sunrise. And here, if you look at it, you can see these lines are much more pronounced, and these are a lot more blended together, giving a kind of different image, but using the same brush strokes. I think it's really cool that there's this one boat right in the middle, and it really bisects the picture, really cuts it in half. And then Monet uses asymmetrical balance to even it out. So although it appears off the bat pretty heavy on the left side of the painting due to additional boats and some very tall, strong-looking trees, on the right side there are no boats, and the trees all are broken or bent. Monet does leave the sun on the right side, which is warming the entire sky and reflecting off the water, bursting with a bright flash of orange splashing through the water, which really draws the attention back to the right side and ends up with this cool asymmetrical balance. It's honestly a perfect example thereof. Um, Now, the boats, there are the three boats, and their relative size conveys a sense of depth. So we look here, so here's our frontmost one, and then they're all going to be about the same size, we would think, but they appear to be receding or perhaps going out to sea. We don't really know. But this is kind of also leads to directional forces. So the boats are all going a certain direction. We're not sure which direction, but the eyes are definitely drawn a certain way. Now, I'm a Westerner, so I go left to right. So I'm thinking the boats are going to be going to the right of the image. They're going out to sea, perhaps. Now, in other cultures, this might be interpreted differently. As far as variety goes, there's not a lot of variety in this picture, in this painting, because um, it's a lot of blues, grays, whites. Like it's a lot of very easily blendable colors that all kind of flow together. So it's very strong in unity. It's obviously not completely unified because the orange sun certainly breaks that up. But this limited contrast really helps bring about the hazy gray morning. It's slowly being lit up by the sun, which I think is pretty cool. I think it's really is an interesting painting that provides a lot of good examples of what we've been learning so far.